set up your aquarium, were you really excited to put some drab gray and brown fish in there? I'm thinking probably not. I don't know anyone that set up an aquarium for that. We want bright red, blue, or whatever your favorite colors are. So we decided to put together a list of the most colorful fish in the hobby so you'll know what to look for and you won't end up with a bunch of boring fish. If you know of colorful fish that we missed, and there's going to be a lot of them, put them down in the comments below. If you know anything about me, then it's no surprise to you that betas are going to be the first ones on this list. And yes, I say beta, and maybe you say betta, and if it bothers you that I'm not saying it the way you like, well, then maybe you should just move along, because I really don't want to read a 3-page essay in the comments section saying how I've said this the wrong way. Anyway, we all know how beautiful and colorful betas are. They come in tons of different varieties of color and fin types, and even though they're most likely kept in smaller tanks, they still stand out from across the room. Whether you're looking for red, blue, green, white, yellow, or a combination of these colors, there are betas out there that have any or all of those colors. And I happen to know a great place where you can buy them. From me. You can buy them from me. Yeah. I'll put a link in the description below, and probably in the comments section somewhere, it'll be in there.
Guppies are what I would consider to be almost like the perfect fish. They're super easy to keep, very easy to breed. They stay very small, so you don't need a huge tank for them. And yes, they're super colorful. There are so many people out there breeding guppies and developing all different color combinations, like the ones that you'd normally expect, but also colors like black. You might hear about a black guppy and think, well, that doesn't sound all that nice, but you'd be wrong. Black guppies are absolutely stunning, and one of those fish you just have to see for yourself to really get it. If you want to learn more about guppies and be thoroughly entertained by a super sexy, grumpy, bald man, I'm going to encourage you to check out Michael's Fish Room. He's a great resource for all different kinds of information about guppies, but also you can buy your super fancy guppies from him. So it's like a one-stop shop. Just make sure you tell him I sent you. That way, maybe it'll make him a little less grumpy.
John started our channel talking about African cichlids, and that's kind of what we became known for. Well, since we're known for African cichlids, we get tons of questions about them, and one of the most common questions is, what's a good African cichlid to start with? Our answer to this question is always mbunas. These fish are relatively easy to keep. They don't get huge, but still need a much bigger tank than guppies, and they're also super colorful. One of the biggest selling points to these fish is that the males and the females, they both stay colorful, unlike the next couple fish on the list. The other cool thing is mbunas are really easy to breed, and the way they breed is really fascinating. Trust me when I tell you there's not many things cuter than seeing a bunch of little yellow or blue babies swimming around. It's so cute that it completely changed our lives forever.
While we're on the topic of African cichlids, let's talk about the next fish on this list that has some absolutely bold colors. Peacocks. But unfortunately, there's a catch. Like Lisa just mentioned, peacock males and females are very different. They're kind of like birds in that the males are brightly colored and the females are not. The females certainly aren't ugly fish, they're just nothing compared to the males, and because of that, if you're going to buy peacocks that are grown up enough to tell the difference between males and females, you're going to pay a pretty penny for the males. It's not uncommon to find 3 or 4 inch male peacocks at about $60 or $70 a piece, so it's going to cost you a small fortune if you want to fill up a tank with them, but let me just tell you, it is one of the most striking tanks you'll ever find. You got to get past all of the aggression issues and all that other stuff, but with just the colors, It'll blow your mind.
We figured it made the most sense to put all the African cichlids together. So now it's time to talk about the third Lake Malawi cichlid, HAPS. HAPS are the biggest of the 3 types from Lake Malawi and have the same striking colors as the others. But unfortunately, they're the same as peacocks, and the males are the colorful ones and the females are just gray or brown. And yes, the males can be pretty expensive, but again, they're so worth it because most of these fish get larger than peacocks. This means you've got a large tank full of big fish that have super bright colors. I mean, seriously, what more could you ask for? All 3 of these African cichlids, they come with their challenges and they're known for being pretty aggressive. But if you can get past all of that, then you're gonna have a super beautiful, colorful tank.
What if I was to tell you that you could put a whole bunch of fish into a medium-sized aquarium and they would all be bright red? Is that something you might be interested in?
Now, would that be something you might be interested in? See if this is something you might be interested in. Be something you might be interested in.
Is that something you might be interested in?
Well, you could have that if you filled your tank with ROSY barbs. These are some amazing little fish that won't break the bank, but will give you that instant burst of color you're looking for. I mean, seriously, what more needs to be said? They're bright red. That's all you need to know.
It's something I might be interested in.
Okay, you weren't surprised that the first fish I talked about was bettas, but you're probably less surprised that the next fish I'm going to talk about is discus. Yes, bettas are my life. I work all day, every day with them, but if you want the truth, it was discus that got me started in this hobby. When I saw their really cool round shape and bright colors, I was instantly hooked. This comes at a cost though. Not only are discus expensive, but they're not the easiest fish in the hobby to keep. I was lucky because I had John who already knew how to keep them, and it was my birthday, so cost really wasn't an issue. I mean, they say happy wife, happy life, right? Paying $100 a piece for a discus, if that's what makes me happy, then I don't know what to tell you.
I was at a fish store one day and saw these amazing fish that were silver and had fins that are clear, but they had this bold white trim around them. I was like, what in the world are those? Well, they were CONGO TETRAS. But that's not the end of it, because the males, when they mature, they go from that silver color to a rainbow of colors. It's unbelievably striking, and they maintain that white trim. So, I mean, you don't get any better than that. CONGO TETRAS take a little patience because they take a while to mature to get those bold colors, but even when they're still young, those fins with the white trim have to be seen to believe. I absolutely love these fish and would recommend them to anyone, whether they're males or females.
Okay, we've talked all about aquarium fish with big colors, but what about the people that don't have an aquarium and they have a pond? Well, that's the biggest no-brainer. Koi. I'm not breaking any news here when I say koi are absolutely stunning with all of their different colors. These fish get huge, so I can't stress enough that these fish are not suitable for aquariums. But if you've got a backyard pond, these fish are gonna be your best option. You get all that color, all the activity, and size. Did I mention they're super personable as well? And you know what? I can't wait until we get our new place and we can get a pond, because I'm gonna have a lot of koi in there. I mean, like a ton. I'm gonna get a bunch of koi.
Okay, I gotta be honest, this is the one fish on this entire list that I've never kept personally. But you cannot have a list of colorful fish without including rainbow fish. This is another fish that takes a while to mature, but when they do, oh boy, you're in for a treat. My personal favorite are the Bosemani that have the front half of their body blue while the back half is yellow or orange. This is a showstopper of a fish that's been on my list of fish to keep for a while, and I gotta be honest, I have no reason for having not kept them yet. This is a great opportunity for us to do our second channel shout out of this video, and this one is STEENFOTT Aquatics. This guy has an unhealthy obsession with rainbow fish. Anything and everything you ever want to know about these fish, you can find on his channel. Just like with Michael's Fish Room earlier, I'll put a link down in the description for it. You want to know more about rainbow fish? Go check Bob out. So there you go. If you're looking to fill your aquarium with a bunch of colorful fish, you've got some really good ideas of fish to go out there and look for. I hope you enjoyed this video as much as we enjoyed making it. If you have suggestions about fish that we did not include in this list that are super colorful, put them down in the comments section below. We always love hearing people's feedback. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Bye.